What if solving our dirtiest problems didn't look like more concrete, more pipes, or more chemicals? What if it looked like this?
Art is such a big part of San Antonio's culture. The natural way that it looks and with the drippings, it gives it that blend of nature with the environment.
At the confluence of two urban creeks in San Antonio, there's a sculpture that does more than catch your eye. It filters polluted runoff before it ever hits the waterway.
It captures the water that falls from highway above, all the motor oils and debris, and the way things fall through. We wanted to also avoid that water from polluting our riverways.
This isn't just art, it's infrastructure, and it's a glimpse into how we can solve complex urban problems, big or small, with solutions that are both functional and beautiful. In this video, we're taking a closer look at this living piece of design and why it might just inspire how we build cities of the future.
We are on the south side of the San Pedro Creek, here by I-35 bridge, by the art piece called Falling Water by Mark Reigelman. He is a New York-based artist where most of our art pieces on San Pedro Creek are locally based. So he's one of our two that are not locally based, so he's from New York.
My name is Mark Reigelman. I'm a Brooklyn-based artist specializing in site-specific public art. What that means is I come to a site without any preconceived notion of what should exist, and through community engagement, site exploration, historical research, I try to create a work that is inseparable from the site, formally and conceptually.
There was a lot of experts involved, but also a lot of community involvement as well, right? So not only was Mark introduced to the community and we had different opportunities for that engagement, but the reason why this piece, Falling Water, is what it is today is because through one of those community engagement experiences, he displayed his different designs and concepts to the community, and they said, hey, that one's pretty cool. We're right next to the confluence with Apache Creek, which is just on the other side of the bridge from us. And so that'll connect into the West Side Creek's ecosystem restoration project. So initially, the Culture Park is called the Culture Park because of how much historical sentiment there is around San Pedro Creek. We have several institutions and historical places that are key to the city located adjacent to the creek. A way to tell and that interpretive side of the creek and also let people who are visiting the creek explore that history is through one, interpretive panels that we do have all along the creek, but also through huge art pieces and amazing, beautiful art pieces that tell different aspects of culture, different aspects of maybe the ecological side, which is something that Falling Water does very well. For the longest time, San Pedro Creek was an industrial waterway. No one really wanted to be on it. It was a really small, dirty ditch. I grew up along the creek, so I remember it smelling really bad and it being really tiny. And so to see the Culture Park be transformed, not only with the improvements to flood infrastructure, but also have all of these cool activations with public art and then just public green space as well through the middle of downtown is really fun to see and great to see as a resident, but also I can imagine visitors who come to downtown may also like to enjoy some of this public art as well.
Kind of what Julian mentioned earlier, that the northern parts of the park, it's a lot more industrial. You really see the art a lot more. It's very much gravitates you towards it. There's lots of colors, there's lots of history behind the different art pieces. And then as you go along the park, it becomes a lot more just part of the natural environment. With the confluence of Apache Creek, it brings people from different areas and different locations to come and join into this culture of San Antonio. And here, when we're trying to put the art piece together or decide what we even wanted here, we had this drainage hole that fell, and we wanted to avoid it hitting pedestrians as they walked along. So we needed a way to be able to capture the water. And so that's where this cupping came from, and it's very wholesome. It captures the water that falls from the drainage hole from the highway above. Because of the way highways have all the motor oils and debris and the way things fall through, we wanted to also avoid that water from polluting our riverways. And so it has a multi-use where it captures the water, one, to keep from falling on pedestrians, but it also, there's a pipe that goes inside of the hand when it captures the water which falls into a bioretention pond right here. And a bioretention pond is a natural way of filtering out water. So it's a mixture of native plantings that filter out the different pollutants and nutrients, along with various levels of soils. And then from there, it's able to filter that dirty water and redirect it back into the creek. Putting in artwork takes a lot of time. Anything from as small as putting in tiles, or we have etched poetry along the edges from various artists. It takes a lot of people to come together. It takes a lot of professionals to come together. I feel like art is such a big part of San Antonio's culture. Being able to figure how we can incorporate art into things that would typically just be functional, I think is a big goal for the San Pedro Creek Culture Park as a whole. And so it took a really big team. It was years and years of pre-planning before we even started, and being able to figure out how we wanted to incorporate the art and the different functions into one space.
And so I'm really excited as San Pedro Creek, this section opens and people can come out and view not only this piece, but the other pieces that we have all along the creek. I hope that together they tell this big narrative of historical importance throughout San Antonio. Like, yes, we care about our history. We also care about our ecology, with the San Pedro Creek being not necessarily an environmental restoration project, but definitely creating betterments so that way the creek can be more ecologically sound. And then just telling that story through public art. And so I'm really excited for everyone to see that in the future.
Too often we treat urban infrastructure like something that needs to be hidden, out of sight, out of mind. But this sculpture shows us something different. Our biggest problems, like polluted runoff, degraded waterways, and disconnected communities, don't need cold utilitarian fixes. They need creativity, collaboration, and yes, beauty. If this kind of solution excites you, I think you'll love our recent video on Confluence Park, another project here in San Antonio that reimagines what public infrastructure, a park, can be. You'll find that linked in the description below. And if you want the full interview behind this story, along with other behind-the-scenes updates, subscribe to my newsletter, likewise linked below. Let's keep uncovering what's possible when design, ecology, and community can come together here in Texas.